Hi, welcome to my studio. Well, this is it. Anything you see with a brown burlap covering is sound treatment. It's 703 rigid insulation framed and covered with burlap. This one here's the same thing. I just put a t-shirt in the frame to add some color to the room. These panels here are fitted over the windows to absorb sound, but also to cut down on glare when I'm working on the computer during the day. I have acoustic treatment on all the walls and the ceiling, and the reason you do that is to cut down on reflected sound. It is also recommended that you shouldn't have any parallel surfaces. The only parallel surfaces in this room are that 3-foot wide space by my guitar and the wall behind me. Everything else has a curve or an angle to it, at least one side anyway. I want to point out that there's nothing hollow in this room. The door is a foam-filled door. The walls, ceiling, and cavities have all been stuffed with insulation, and I did that to eliminate any hollow reverberation. These sound panels cover the window that my Mac sits behind. Even though Macs are quiet machines, they still make noise that would be picked up by the microphones. Macintosh is the recommended computer to use, especially if you're working with graphics and audio. This is the audio interface. It's an Apogee Quartet and it has 4 input channels. That's why they call it a quartet. I had an Apogee 1 with only 1 input channel. It's about the size of a cell phone, and I was so impressed with that little unit that I upgraded to the quartet. They're a little pricey, but there's a lot of quality there. Here I have the headphone splitter. It goes from the headphone jack on the quartet to the splitter. Then just for convenience, I have the 4 outputs hardwired to the desktop. Next to it is the USB hub. It increases the number of USB inputs and it's right in front of me. I don't have to mess around with the back of the computer. And here you have the 4 inputs of the Apogee interface. They're hardwired to the desktop. And again, this was only done for convenience and ease of use. Here I have 2 sets of audio monitors. Both sets are active, which means that they have an amplifier built right into them. They actually recommend 3 sets of monitors because the purpose of a monitor isn't to produce the best sound like your stereo speakers, it's to get an accurate representation of what you've produced so you can switch between them to get an idea of what your project will sound like on different audio systems. It's also recommended that you have a cheapo set of monitors along with a mid and high quality set. There in the middle of the wall is a sound diffuser. What it does is scatters the sound so it doesn't reflect directly back into the center of the room, which is what gives you the muddy sound. I built this one because the ones you buy are pretty expensive, and they really don't look that great. It took a long time to make, but it does a good job, and it's like having a piece of artwork hanging on your wall. This is the Roland Fantom X6 synthesizer workstation. They call it a workstation because it has a computer built right into it. You can compose music and make all kinds of loops, and it literally has thousands of sounds you can choose from. Drums, orchestral, strings, brass, piano, bass, and all kinds of sound effects. If you're going to be working with animation or any type of video production, then a synthesizer workstation is a must. It's an invaluable piece of equipment that you really can't afford to skimp on. Another important part of the equation is the microphone. Here we have a blue microphone, a Charter Oak microphone, and a Hale microphone. This one's the Hale Fin microphone, and it's the only dynamic microphone that I own. Generally, the dynamic microphone lacks the depth that the condenser mics have. Dynamic microphones do not require phantom power, but what's interesting about this mic is, when phantom power is supplied to the mic, the screen lights up. This one would glow red. The Hale Sound Company is located in Fairview Heights, Illinois. This is the Blue Dragonfly microphone. It even kind of looks like a dragonfly. BLUE, Blue, stands for Baltic Latvian Universal Electronics. The corporation is located in Latvia. It's a small country near Russia and Lithuania. I guess some blue mics are made here in the United States, but this one was actually made in Latvia. The Dragonfly is a large diaphragm condenser cardioid microphone. The word cardioid is in reference to the shape of the pickup pattern. You can use this mic for vocals, but it's primarily an instrument mic. Blue makes an excellent microphone. This is the Charter Oak SA538 dual diaphragm condenser vacuum tube microphone. It has its own power supply and 9 pickup patterns that are switchable. This microphone consistently gets outstanding reviews by pros and die-hard hobbyists. They all agree that this microphone rivals the upper-class microphone, such as the Neumann U87, the Blue Kiwi microphone, Paluzzo 2247LE. And those are some huge names in the industry. And just as the name would imply, Charter Oak microphones are made right here in Enfield, Connecticut. With their lifetime warranty, technical support, and their unmatched quality control, it is a company that we who live here in Connecticut can be very proud of. I'm not an expert in this field. I'm just someone who did a lot of research as I was building this studio. And I referred to YouTube videos for ideas and tips. Some of the videos were a tremendous help to me. I decided when I was building this studio that I would try to return the favor by making a video so others could possibly benefit by what I've learned. I hope this video was helpful to you, and thanks for watching.